The monster in the mirror will spit fire, poison your mind.
Yo guys, what is up? Moxsy on Wonderlands video, and today the Blightcaller class launches, along with it the final mirror, the Shattering Spectre Glass, which is the last part of this season pass, and it's all launching today along with it with a big patch and some in-game events. We're going to be going over everything you guys need to know. Let's get right into it. So to start us off, the Blightcaller class is now officially in the game. By the time you're watching this video, I've actually been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play the Blightcaller class for the past few days. I've already got some videos on it, so I will have builds and everything you guys need to know right around the corner, so make sure that you stay tuned to the channel. I'll also be on the Wondercast interviewing Nick Thurston, who is the dev who designed the Blightcaller class over on Gearbox's official Twitch channel. If you want to check that out, it should be a lot of fun, and I'm very curious to ask him some questions about class design when it comes to like making these classes. Next up, the Shattering Spectre Glass, which is the fourth mirror, is here as well. I will have a video out on all of the pieces of gear for it. They're very good. Don't want to say anything too much yet, but we'll have a video out on all the gear from the new PLC right up around the corner. Next up, we get into our actual patch notes. Now, there are a ton of changes here. Literally so many. A lot of them are very like minute, small changes to like cosmetics, animations, sounds, stability, UI stuff. Not worth reading over everything, so I will have a link in the description if you want to check it out. But they did do some changes to classes and class skills, so those I am going to read out. And if you want to read through the whole thing, I'll have it in the description. But some ones to note: the Elder Wyvern's Ring, the ones that would increase your incendiary damage, apparently were not properly increasing gun damage, so the Elder Wyvern Ring should be even better now. There were some more ring bugs that they fixed or should be fixed now. And then we get into our class adjustments. The Stabmancer from the Shadow skill would occasionally persist past the intended duration when Fate Makers fast traveled. This was the bug that speedrunners were primarily using to stay in from the shadows forever to speedrun the campaign. That is now fixed. Next up, Stabmancers exploit their weakness could unintentionally stack with the same element. I've talked about this in a few build videos, how as long as you're applying status effects, you'd be proccing exploit their weakness, and you could stack it up with a single element. That is now fixed, meaning Stabmancers exploit their weakness skill is going to be heavily incentivized to try to get as many different elements as possible, which will actually pair really well with the new Blightcaller. So Blightcaller with all the different elemental incentives and Stabmancers exploit their weakness with some contagion is going to be really nice, but just note that you will not be able to stack exploit their weakness with a single element anymore. Next up, we have a Clawbringer fix. Say Clawbringer would occasionally be unable to melee after recalling their hammer and casting spells. That's fixed. And the bigger fix for Clawbringer is the Awe skill, which is the skill that would increase your crit chance and damage when you would do fire and lightning damage. It wasn't benefiting or wasn't proccing off of Oath of Fire and Oath of Thunder, which were the skills that were giving you bonus fire on your gun and bonus lightning on your melee. So kind of a big issue that those weren't proccing. Now you'll be able to stack up that crit damage and crit chance on Clawbringer by shooting a non-fire gun, which is awesome. Really good change there. Next up, they fixed Polymorph. Apparently Polymorph was not properly giving you a free spell cast when you shot at the Polymorph spell, which is the spell shot's action skill. So Polymorph could be really cool to check out. And then they fixed Spore Warden's Mushroom Companion not properly receiving companion damage multipliers and stuff like that. So Spore Warden's Mushroom Companion should also be hitting significantly harder. Next up, we've got some weekly events. Now, there's a Golden Path mini event that's going to be happening. This is the first week of it. All enemies in the entire game will be dropping more gold, and they're boosting the dedicated drop rates for Banshee, Ribula, Zomboss, and Parasite. This is something we have been asking for a while, for boosting the dedicated drop rates. It's in the form of an event rather than a permanent change, but a lot of times these are like events that they try out and then make permanent change. But Banshee, Ribula, Zomboss, and Parasite should all have a better chance of getting dedicated drops, which is one, amazing, because a lot of people will be playing through the campaign to get their Blightcallers leveled, as well as just farming gear from these things. The Banshee drops some really good stuff. Zomboss, Parasite. That's awesome. So really good change there. Excited for that. And that's kind of it for the changes. In terms of like weapon balance, there wasn't really anything, just a bunch of bug fixes and skill fixes, which I'm totally fine with. I'm fine with them like cooling out on like buffing and nerfing things. There are some definitely things that still need buffing, but this video is more along the lines of just announcing that the final part of the season pass is out today. I will have so many videos out for y'all, and I will be live streaming basically all day on twitch.tv/Moxsy after I do the interview on Gearbox's Twitch channel. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoy the class if you're going to be checking it out. I will catch y'all in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.